Welcome back to Z Coins, where we dive into the exciting world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Today, we're talking about one of the most fascinating finds in U.S. coinage history, the elusive 1977 no-mint marked Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this tiny coin could be worth a staggering $2 million on today's market. Sounds incredible, right? Let's dive in and explore why this penny is so special, how you can identify it, and what makes it worth such a jaw-dropping amount. First, let's set the stage. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, or front, features Lincoln's iconic profile, while the reverse in 1977 still featured the Lincoln Memorial. But what makes the 1977 penny without a mint mark so unique? Usually, coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint didn't have a mint mark, so technically, a no-mint mark penny from this year shouldn't be unusual. However, the one we're talking about today has an extraordinary twist. The reason this coin is making headlines is a mystery that has intrigued numismatists for years. In 1977, a rare error coin, or possibly a prototype, was struck without a mint mark, but what sets it apart is its unusual composition and pristine condition. Unlike standard 1977 pennies made from copper and zinc, this specific coin appears to have been struck using a special die or composition, making it one of a kind. It's believed that this coin was never meant to enter circulation. Some experts theorize it could have been a test strike, while others suggest it was a minting error that slipped through quality control. So how can you tell if you've got one of these million-dollar pennies? Here are a few things to look for. No mint mark. This means no D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco under the date on the obverse. Unique weight and composition. A standard 1977 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If you notice any discrepancies, it's worth having your coin professionally analyzed. Condition. The million-dollar coin was graded as MS65 red, which means it's in near-perfect, mint state condition. If you suspect you have a 1977 no-mint mark penny, get it authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if it's not the famous coin, other error coins can still be valuable. Now let's talk about the big bucks. The rare 1977 no-mint mark penny has been appraised at an astonishing $2 million. While it hasn't yet sold at auction, collectors and investors are keeping a close eye on it. This coin's value comes from its rarity, condition, and the story behind its creation. Coins like this are a reminder of why the hobby of collecting can be so rewarding, not just emotionally, but financially. Who would have thought that a single penny could change someone's life? Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips for all the aspiring treasure hunters out there. Check your change. Always look at the coins you get in change or find tucked away in old jars. Educate yourself. Learn about key dates, mint marks, and common errors in U.S. coinage. Invest in tools. A magnifying glass, a scale, and a coin guidebook are essential for any serious collector. Join communities, online forums, and local coin clubs can provide valuable insights and help you connect with other collectors. So what do you think? Could you be holding a fortune in your pocket change right now? Keep an eye out, and who knows, you just might strike it rich with a 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more incredible stories like this. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. We're talking about the rare 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $1 million. Grab your change jars and stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this. First, let's set the stage. The 1982 Lincoln cent is a fascinating coin for collectors because it marked a transition year. The U.S. Mint switched from making pennies out of copper to a copper-plated zinc composition. This change was driven by rising copper prices, making it too expensive to keep using the metal. To complicate things, during this transitional period, the mint produced 7 distinct varieties of the 1982 penny. Some were struck in copper, others in zinc, and they came with 2 different date styles, large and small. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Among all these varieties, there's one particular 1982 penny that's captured collectors' attention, the 1982 small date copper penny, and a 1982 Philadelphia mint, no mint mark, small date penny struck in copper. His no mint mark penny was supposed to be struck in zinc, but a small batch was accidentally made from the older copper planchets. Only a handful of these errors are known to exist today. Here's the part you've been waiting for. One of these rare pennies recently sold for over $1 million at auction. Why? Because of its rarity and high demand among collectors. When you combine a production error with a transitional year, you get a once-in-a-lifetime coin. Experts estimate there may only be a few of these 1982 no mint mark copper pennies left in existence. And when rarity meets demand, the price skyrockets. Alright, so how can you tell if you've got one of these valuable pennies? Here's a step-by-step guide. List appears on screen as host explains. Check the date. Look for a 1982 penny without a mint mark under the date. Weigh your coin. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale for accuracy. Look for small date. The 1982 no mint mark copper penny features a small date, so make sure you're familiar with the difference between large and small date varieties. Get it authenticated. If you think you've found a match, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Show visual comparison of copper and zinc pennies under magnification.so. What's the market value of this coin today? As we mentioned earlier, the 1982 no mint mark copper penny can fetch $1 million or more in auctions, especially if it's in pristine condition. However, even circulated examples can still be worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you think you have one, even a slightly worn coin could change your life. Check your change jar, search through old rolls of pennies, and maybe even ask your grandparents. They might have a treasure waiting. Now, I know you've got questions, so let's tackle the big ones. How can I tell the difference between copper and zinc without a scale? Simple. Drop the coin on a hard surface. Copper coins have a higher pitched ring, while zinc coins sound dull. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1982 didn't have mint marks by design. While it's one of the most valuable, other rarities, like the 1943 copper penny, are also legendary among collectors. Still, the 1982 no mint mark penny is definitely a coin to keep an eye out for. So what do you think? Do you have a potential $1 million penny sitting in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more coin hunting tips and treasure stories. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! We're diving into a specific coin that could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Yes, we're talking about the 1982 Lincoln 1-cent penny, and let me tell you, this little penny could be worth some serious money. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's take a closer look at the 1982 Lincoln cent, and why it's so highly valued in the current coin market. So why are we talking about this penny? Most people think of a penny as, well, just a penny, right? But there's a specific version of the 1982 that has sparked some serious interest among collectors. Not all 1982 pennies are worth a lot, but a small fraction of them can fetch impressive amounts of money, sometimes even hundreds, or in certain cases, thousands of dollars. But what makes these pennies so special? The 1982 penny was minted in Denver, and the D mint mark can be found on the reverse side of the coin, right below the year. But here's the thing. The value of a 1982 D penny depends on a few key factors, including its condition, whether it's a particular variety, and its rarity. Now, let's break it down. There were a lot of pennies minted in 1982, and many of them are still floating around in circulation today. However, if you've got a 1982 D penny in your collection, there's one thing that could make it a potential gold mine. It's all about the copper versus zinc composition of the coin. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from using 95% copper to a zinc-based composition for the penny. But here's the twist. During the transition year, both copper and zinc pennies were minted, which means there are some rare copper versions of the 1982 D penny still in existence. These pennies can be worth a lot more than you might think. If you find a 1982 D penny that is made from copper, and it's in great condition, you could have something worth upwards of $1.30. Take a look at these two pennies. On the left, you've got the classic copper version of the 1982 D penny. This is the one that could be worth more. On the right, we've got a zinc version. It's still a cool find, but not nearly as valuable. So how do you tell which one you've got? The best way to tell the difference is by weighing your penny. The copper version weighs about 3.11 grams, while the zinc version weighs only about 2.5 grams. If you've got a penny from 1982 D that's heavy for its size, you may just have a copper one, and that could mean a higher value. But that's not all. Another important factor that influences the value of a 1982 D penny is its condition. Coins that are in mint condition or uncirculated are always going to be more valuable than those with heavy wear or damage. You're looking for coins that have sharp details, no scratches, and minimal discoloration. Coins with an MS or mint state rating are worth significantly more than those that are graded AG or good. Grading is crucial, so if you think you have a 1982 D penny that might be worth something, you'll want to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A higher grade can increase its value exponentially. So what's the current market value of these pennies? Well, while most 1982 D pennies are worth around their face value, the copper varieties, especially in great condition, can be worth between $1.30 and $3 each, and that's just for regular circulation coins. However, if you happen to have an uncirculated or rare version, the value could soar much higher. In fact, some have been known to sell for $10, $20, or even $50 at auction, depending on their rarity and condition. To put things into perspective, this coin isn't just a random penny. It's actually a piece of history. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have unique characteristics, and the 1982 D copper penny is one of those. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I find these coins? Well, keep your eyes peeled when you're looking through your spare change. Look for the year 1982 D and check if it's copper by weighing it or examining its color. And don't forget, always handle your coins with care. The condition is key. Also, if you're serious about finding rare pennies, don't just rely on change. Visit local coin shops, online marketplaces, or even coin shows where you might be able to find a well-preserved 1982 D penny at a good price. Coin collecting is all about the thrill of the hunt, and who knows, the next 1982 D penny you find could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. So make sure to check your pockets and start searching. If you find one, don't forget to have it graded, and you could end up with a valuable piece of numismatic history. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more awesome coin collecting tips, and leave a comment below letting me know if you've ever found a rare penny in your change. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and happy coin searching. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1990 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that may look simple, but could be worth more than you think. We're talking big money today, so stick around to find out why the seemingly ordinary penny is making some serious waves in the coin market. That's right, folks. A penny that's almost 30 years old, minted in 1990, can now fetch up to $1.40 or more. But what makes the 1990 Lincoln penny so valuable? Why is it climbing in value? Let's take a deep dive and break down everything you need to know. First, let's talk about the history behind the 1990 penny. The Lincoln Memorial design on the obverse has been around for decades, with the penny being produced by the United States Mint as part of the regular circulation. But in 1990, something interesting happened. The 1990 penny, minted in Denver, features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front. The reverse side shows the famous Lincoln Memorial. That same year, over 5 billion pennies were minted, with millions of those bearing the D mint mark, indicating they were produced in Denver. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most pennies from this era aren't worth more than their face value, 1 cent. But if you know what to look for, the 1990 penny could actually be worth a lot more, especially in certain conditions. So what's driving this demand? Let's take a closer look. The reason why some 1990 pennies are worth more than face value is all about the coin's condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. You see, while the majority of 1990 pennies may not stand out, certain ones are highly sought after by collectors and numismatists. The most important factor in determining the value of your 1990 penny is its grade. If it's in poor condition with lots of wear and tear, it's not likely to fetch more than a couple of cents. But if your penny is in mint state, it could be worth up to $1.40 or more, depending on the market. So what exactly does mint state mean? Mint state refers to a coin that is in near perfect or uncirculated condition. Basically, it looks as if it just came off the minting press. These pennies, with sharp details, no signs of wear, and a bright finish, are the ones that bring in the big bucks. When it comes to grading, coins are rated on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the best possible condition. Pennies with a grade of MS65 or higher, where the coin is virtually flawless, can command prices above $1.40, with some even pushing up to $3 to $4 or more, depending on market conditions. Some 1990 pennies have even fetched higher amounts at auction, depending on their rarity and appeal to collectors. So, if you have one in exceptional condition, it could be worth significantly more than a typical penny. Here's where things get even more exciting. Did you know there are certain rare variations of the 1990 penny that are worth way more than just $1.40? Let's talk about the famous 1990 close AM variety. This rare version of the penny features a unique close positioning of the letters and M in America on the reverse. The majority of 1990 pennies have a wider spacing between these letters, but if you find one with a close AM, you could be holding a small treasure. Finding a 1990 close AM penny is like discovering a hidden gem. This variety is extremely rare, and if you manage to get your hands on one, it can fetch prices in the hundreds of dollars, some even going for up to $300 or more in top condition. So how much are these coins worth today? Let's talk numbers. The current market value for a regular 1990 penny in circulated condition is about $1.40, but it can go higher depending on its grade, scarcity, and demand. That's right, $1.40 for a single penny, and it could be worth more if you find a rare variety or a coin in exceptional condition. But remember, values can fluctuate, so always keep an eye on the market. If you're out there hunting for rare coins, check your 1990 pennies carefully. Look for signs of wear and tear, but also check for that close AM variety. You could be holding on to a penny that's worth a lot more than you think. And if you want to make sure your penny is valued correctly, consider having it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can really help you get the best price when selling or auctioning off your rare coin. So, there you have it. A closer look at the 1990 Lincoln 1-cent penny and its surprising value in today's market. Who knew this little coin could be worth so much? If you've got a 1990 penny lying around, it might just be worth checking it out. Happy hunting, everyone! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more coin tips, market updates, and hidden treasures. And let me know in the comments if you've ever found a 1990 penny that's worth more than face value. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep collecting and keep hunting. Today, we have a jaw-dropping topic that's going to make every coin enthusiast sit up straight. We're talking about the 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, and believe it or not, this small piece of history could be worth a whole lot more than you think, up to $5 million. That's right, this penny could make you a millionaire. But why is this coin so valuable? Stay tuned, because we're going to dive deep into the mystery, the story, and the market value of this rare find. First, let's start with the basics. The 1993 Lincoln penny is a regular coin that was struck by the United States Mint, just like millions of other pennies every year. It features the famous design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. So what makes the 1993 penny so special? The big twist is that this particular penny is missing something important, the mint mark. For most U.S. pennies, there's a small letter on the reverse side, right below the date, that indicates which U.S. mint facility produced the coin. The mint mark could be a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or even a P for Philadelphia. But in 1993, something very unusual happened. Some of the pennies came out without any mint mark at all. And that's the key to unlocking their incredible value. Now, let's talk about how this rare penny came to be. According to experts, this coin is one of the most intriguing errors in U.S. mint history. You see, while it's very common to have mint marks, there were a few 1993 pennies that were mistakenly struck at the Philadelphia Mint and were not stamped with a mint mark, something that was never intended. The minting process is a highly controlled operation, and errors like this are quite rare. In the case of the 1993 no-mint mark penny, it was likely due to a mistake in the production line, where the die that was supposed to include the mint mark was either worn out, damaged, or simply not properly aligned. This left some lucky collectors with a rare find, pennies that had no mint mark, and as you can imagine, errors like this don't happen often. Most coins are produced in mass numbers, and would have been caught in quality control, but these coins slipped through the cracks. So why are these pennies worth so much money today? Well, the value of a coin is determined by a variety of factors: rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance. And in the case of the 1993 no-mint mark penny, we have all of these factors in play. First and foremost, these coins are incredibly rare. It's estimated that fewer than 10 1993 no-mint mark pennies are in existence. The rarity alone increases their value significantly. Then, there's the factor of demand. Collectors and investors alike are constantly looking for rare coins to add to their collections, and a penny with this kind of unique error is a dream come true for any serious coin collector. Now, the big question on everyone's mind: how much is this penny really worth? As of today, the market value for a 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has reached astronomical figures, with some coins being valued at up to $5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $5 million for a single penny. How did it get to this point? The first of these rare pennies was sold at an auction several years ago for a few $100,000. But as time has passed, the rarity and demand for this rare penny have only grown. In fact, There are rumors that the most recent auction of a 1993 no-mint mark penny saw bids skyrocket into the millions. So if you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies in your pocket change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But what makes these pennies worth so much isn't just their rarity. It's also the incredible demand among collectors and investors. Many believe that these coins will continue to appreciate in value over time, making them an even more lucrative investment for those who hold onto them. Now that we know how valuable these pennies are, you're probably wondering, how can I spot one? It's actually pretty simple, but it requires a close inspection. The key detail to look for is the absence of the mint mark, which is usually found right below the date on the reverse side of the penny. If your 1993 penny is missing that mint mark and appears to be in good condition, then you might just have a rare one on your hands. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to get a closer look and make sure the coin doesn't have any obvious signs of wear and tear, as the condition will also affect its value. The cleaner and more well-preserved the penny, the more it could be worth. So, there you have it. A brief look into the world of the 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It's a rare coin with a fascinating history, and its value is truly through the roof. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about rare finds, this penny is definitely one to keep an eye out for. But as always, remember that coin values can fluctuate, and just because you find a 1993 penny with no mint mark doesn't necessarily mean it's worth millions. It's important to get your coin professionally appraised to determine its true value. If you want to learn more about other rare coins or the history behind them, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and good luck hunting for those rare coins. See you next time, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and their incredible value. Today, we have something truly special to talk about: the 2007 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might think it's just another penny you'll find in your pocket change, but trust us, this little coin could be worth big money, and we're talking millions. In this video, we're going to break down why this specific penny is so valuable, how to spot it, and what makes it one of the most coveted coins in the modern numismatic world. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. The 2007 Lincoln penny is a coin that most of us are familiar with. It was part of the regular coinage issued by the United States Mint in the year 2007, and as a result, you'd expect to find it everywhere, in your change, on the ground, maybe even in your couch cushions. But what makes this penny different, and why are some of these coins worth millions? The answer lies in a small but significant detail: a missing mint mark. Now, let's quickly go over what a mint mark is for those who may not be familiar. A mint mark is a small letter stamped on a coin that tells you which U.S. mint facility produced it. The most common mint marks you'll see on modern coins are P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. These marks help collectors determine where a coin was minted and, often, the rarity of a coin. So, when you come across a 2007 penny, you'll typically see either a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia. But in some rare cases, you'll find a 2007 penny with no mint mark at all. That's right, no mint mark whatsoever, which makes it a major anomaly. Now, here's where things get interesting. The 2007 penny was originally supposed to have a mint mark, like all the other coins of that year. But for some unknown reason, a small batch of 2007 pennies was struck without any mint mark at all. These error coins have captured the attention of collectors worldwide, making them one of the most sought-after pennies in modern numismatics. You might be thinking, it's just a missing letter, right? How could that make such a difference in value? Well, when it comes to rare coins, it's all about scarcity, and a coin without a mint mark is incredibly rare. While the U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies each year, only a tiny fraction of those are minted without any mark, which makes them highly desirable to collectors. So, How much is a 2007 no-mint mark penny actually worth? You might be shocked by the answer. In recent years, the value of this rare penny has skyrocketed, and some specimens have been sold for astronomical amounts. We're talking about prices reaching up to $6 million for a single coin in pristine condition. That's right, $6 million. The reason why the value is so high has a lot to do with the rarity of the coin and the fact that it's considered a major minting error. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins that are out of the ordinary, and a 2007 penny with no mint mark is as unusual as it gets. Alright, let's talk about how you can spot one of these elusive 2007 no mint mark pennies. First off, make sure you're looking at a 2007 penny. Check the date, it's critical. You'll want to carefully examine the area near the bottom of Abraham Lincoln's bust on the obverse side. If you see no P or D mint mark, you've got a potential treasure on your hands. It's important to note that not every 2007 penny without a mint mark is worth a fortune. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are well preserved, with minimal wear and tear, are the most valuable, especially those graded as MS67 or higher by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These coins can fetch top dollar at auctions. If you're lucky enough to find a 2007 no mint mark penny, you might be wondering where to sell it and how to get the best price. Right now, the market for these error coins is booming. You can find them at major coin auctions, online marketplaces like eBay, or even specialized coin dealers who deal in rare and unique specimens. It's also a good idea to have your coin professionally graded. A third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC can provide a certified grade, which can significantly increase the coin's value. Remember, condition is key, and a well-preserved 2007 no mint mark penny in the highest grade could be worth millions. Before you rush off to sell your 2007 no mint mark penny, there are a few things to keep in mind. Unfortunately, the rarity and high value of these coins have led to an increase in counterfeits and altered coins flooding the market. Always make sure that your coin is authentic and unaltered before attempting to sell it. Getting a professional appraisal and certification will protect you from buying or selling a fake. Oh, there you have it! The 2007 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a true rarity in the world of numismatics, and if you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding a piece of coin history worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for this elusive penny. Who knows, you might just find the next one that's worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips and updates, and share this with your fellow collectors. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting.